To create a new plugin, open IntelliJ IDEA and select Create New Project. If we choose the IntelliJ Platform plugin, we can see that this project type is only recommended for simple plugins. Instead, we're going to select Gradle. To make things simple, we will select IntelliJ Platform plugin, which takes advantage of Gradle to build a new plugin. Finally, we want to develop our plugin using Kotlin, so we will uncheck Java and select Kotlin JVM instead. In the next screen, we'll give our plugin a name and select the location. If we click in Artifact Coordinates, we can also select the group ID, artifact ID, and version of our plugin. We now click on Finish and wait until the project is created. If you have previously worked on Android, the first file that you can see should already be familiar. This is the Gradle file for our project. It has the typical sections that we know from Android, like plugins, repositories, and dependencies. But it also has some new sections, like Patch Plugin XML, where you can add your change notes for your plugin. For now, we're going to focus on the IntelliJ section. This section gets created with a version property, which is the version of the IntelliJ Platform IDE that will be used to build the plugin. If we keep this configuration as it is and try to debug the plugin, a new instance of IntelliJ IDEA will be created for that purpose. We are building a plugin specifically for Android Studio, so we need to specify that we want to test our plugin in Android Studio. To do that, we need to include a new property called Alternative IDE Path, which will point to the absolute path of our Android Studio installation. However, in our case, we also want to use features that are built within Android Studio, and so we need a way to use Android Studio as a dependency for our plugin. We can do that by using a property called Local Path, where we can specify a locally installed IDE distribution that should be used as a dependency. Local path cannot be used at the same time as version, so we can now delete it. And since we're already specifying Android Studio as the main IDE distribution for our plugin, we can also delete Alternative IDE Path. If you don't need to depend on Android Studio, you can ignore this step and use version along with Alternative IDE Path. Next, we're going to add the Kotlin and Android plugin as dependencies, since we will be using both of them. There are multiple plugins that you can add here. For example, if you wanted to execute Git commands from your plugin, you will have to add the Git for IDEA plugin as a dependency. There are more properties and configurations that you can use with Gradle. If you want to learn more about them, go to this URL. Finally, let's have a look at the Pluginxml file, which you can find under the Resources folder. Here, we can configure our plugin by setting the name, ID, vendor, and many more options. However, because we're using the IntelliJ Platform plugin, most of these options can be configured from Gradle as well. This is also the place where we have to declare our plugin components, but we will come back to it in a different lesson. For now, let's add the Android and Android Studio modules as a dependency. By doing this, we are specifying that our plugin will require and be compatible with Android Studio.